Why is my baby crying? And how can I soothe my baby? Knowing the answers to these questions is helpful to adjust your perspective on something that can be so draining. Our early childhood specialist, Sarshi Miskin, wrote 2 very insightful articles on crying communication that I will reference today. The most important thing to realize and remember is that crying is your baby's main means of communication. Without it, you would never know whether they are gassy or hungry or tired or overwhelmed amongst all the many feelings and emotions that they've got. Babies usually use laughter, smiles and giggles to communicate, especially if it's things like, I like this or do that again, whereas they use crying to indicate more specific and urgent needs. Have you ever noticed how their mouth, tongue and face changes depending on what type of cry it is? All those muscles that they use is in preparation for forming words to speak and even become more comfortable when eating and swallowing. It's commonly said that good communication is foundational to a good relationship. Listening is part of making communication great. And when your baby communicates through crying, that is hungry or tired or needs snuggles, you hear that need and fulfill it. That is part of bonding, trust and building relationship with your baby. While it may seem like a way to test things by fire, it only further solidifies your little one's trust in you. The fact that they cry and have developed different cries for their needs means that you have taught them that you are reliable and will help them. Your initial bonding is now forming a more complex relationship that is going to continue to grow through the years because you are doing your best to be there for them. It doesn't mean that you are giving in to every little thing they desire, but rather assisting them with the needs they have and showing that you hear when they ask for help. While the actual crying can often sound the same, especially if it escalates quickly for your little one, there is a theory that all babies make similar sounds prior to crying to help identify the need that they are trying to convey. This is called the Dunstan crying method, developed by Priscilla Dunstan. And although this is just a theory, it is worth trying out and can be very relevant, especially for babies in that 0 to 3 month age group. The important part of this method is a very short window before your baby breaks out into a full air raid siren cry. So if you notice your baby starting to fuss, have a listen for some of these sounds as a cheat sheet to guide you through their needs.
Nah means I'm getting hungry. Air is a sound for upper wind and means I need to get some gas out. Please burp me. Air means my intestines are gassy or I need to make a poo. Hair means my body is feeling hot or cold or wet, kind of uncomfortable. Ow is almost like a yawning sound and means I'm getting tired. You can also observe their body language, like shaking their head side to side. If they are not crying, it could mean that they are getting sleepy, whereas if they are already crying, it's a sign of pain or discomfort. Is baby clenching his fists? See if he's hungry. Arms jerking wildly or suddenly? That could mean that your baby was startled or experiencing fear. When your baby is holding out his hand as if he's saying stop, or pulling on his ears, he might be communicating that sensory overload is drawing near. Observe your baby intently and make notes of his or her communication preferences. We know motherhood is one of the toughest jobs on the planet, but it's also the most worthwhile and rewarding one. With consistency and courage to try new techniques to learn your baby's language, you and your baby can connect and communicate more than you thought possible. to nurture a relationship built on trust and compassion. A wonderful journey awaits you. Enjoy every moment.